Hello, it's Vicki LaRoe from Modern Jewelry Creators. I just want to share a little bit of it's kind of a hodgepodge here, but it was from a purchase I made from one of my favorite warehouses in Manhattan that was moving, and they've always carried kind of the vintage older pieces, so my vintage lucite and older Swarovski crystals and older crystal from West Germany from the 40s and 50s, and just a lot of varying products that kind of change all the time. And so I got a little bit of a hodgepodge from them before they moved on. And so I am going to be sending out a customer email and having these online on the website, but I'd like to do a little video if I can. And I've tried to put together a few pieces of jewelry, but just to give you some ideas as well on how to use them, but you're smart. You guys can figure it out. So let's go through some things quickly. These it's a 10 millimeter Japanese glass pearl with the crystal chantons set. I used to have some larger pearls like this that were from Czech, that were Czech. And these are Japanese, and so they're very high quality. The chanton is beautifully set. The color is just lovely. It's a beautiful, beautiful pearl. It's a good size hole. I've done some on a little piece of leather cord here, so it's like a 1 millimeter cord. Here's another. Well, I just threw a bunch of little chain rims on an eye pin. This is why you don't want to throw out your chain rims. You could take the cap off the top so you could see more of the pearl and just put a little crystal on top or something. This would be a great tassel off the bottom of like the ends of a lariat, or of course for earrings. And they are sold by the pair. I'm going to have everything also marked at least 20% off, 25% off. I can't do a huge markup on them, or mark down on them, but I do want to do something so that sticking with the sale that we're having currently. Okay, so let's go on for more crystals. I do have just a handful of a few crystals here. Let's see. These are 13 by 8 vintage crystals from the 50s from West Germany, in a crystal AB, in a pair, kind of teardrop. The hole is in the front, going front to back. Really beautiful. I put some on little jump rings here so you can kind of see. So there's a flat side, and then the other side is completely faceted. And so whatever side you like to use, but they are really, really lovely. And if you maybe remember when Swarovski was becoming really popular for just buying the beads, so maybe in the 90s or 80s, 90s, right? They used to come in packets like this, or they used to be set in like little trays, little plastic trays. But all the vintage crystals like this from the 50s from West Germany are all going to be packaged, like this. And so that kind of makes them really fun, these special pieces. And then the last one I have are these little vitril rivolis in an 8 millimeter, also from the 50s from West Germany. Vitril is a gorgeous color that kind of skews purple and green and sometimes dark blues. Just really lovely. There's a whole package of them. We're going to do those in sets of 10, I think. And they also have a hole that goes front to back. So I put a couple little jump rings. The color effect will change a little bit depending on whether you do a silver or gold with it. Look at that. See, so pretty. All right, they're just a gorgeous little crystal. These sapphire ones also came in a little package like that. Here they are, and they're cotton. They're just beautiful. Now these are channel set with a little loop at the top, also from the 50s, West Germany. I went ahead and put a little jump ring on the loop so you could kind of see there's a channel set that you could wear in the front, or the prawn side, which to me looks like the back, but whatever you want to do. The colors spectacular. And they're in sets of 4 or so, but so pretty. Very easy to use, really lovely. Okay. These lucite donuts from our botanical collection. I used to carry the whole line of this at the bead factory. So I was thrilled just to even find the donut. It's in a matte lucite, and then it's like a paper, transparent paper that goes over the top that makes this beautiful botanical pattern in black. It's so gorgeous. And 30 millimeters, so it's a little bigger than a quarter, so it's a great shape, nice and light. I just did one in a leather cord to kind of, give you an idea. You can do an easy half hitch, but they're light enough to do something similar, or to wire wrap something to put it as an earring. I was also excited to find these in the ivory with the white botanical finish on it, on coating on top. Look how gorgeous that is. So it's like a champagne, and then it has the white floral print on top. So pretty. Same size. I did this one a little differently. You could do a bracelet like that. You don't have to use leather cord. This was just kind of the easiest sample to show, but you could just as easily, if you want to elevate it, you could do that half hitch with chain. Sorry, my little dog is chewing on her bone, so I keep her occupied. Oh, the sun's coming out, or setting. But, right, you could do this. This is on the satin chain that elevates it, makes it very pretty. As a necklace, then you could also do similar thing off the bottom to create like a dangle, of little chains. And that's one in satin, but you could easily do it in a bigger one, as long as it's a repeating pattern. This one's a little bit bigger and in the shiny gold, or bright gold, right? Very pretty, so it kind of elevates the whole thing. This is also a nice way to use your rhinestone chain, right? It can easily be kind of wire wrapped under there to do some dangles and things. So lots of pretty ways to use it. It's very lightweight. Did I show these with the crystals? Yeah, I think I showed this one with the pair and the way they came like that. And then here's the trill. Right, so pretty. These large lucite flowers are from the 40s and 50s. If you're like an old Hollywood jewelry designer buff, you'll remember Miriam Haskell. These are from Miriam Haskell's collection in a beautiful ivory color, and this is more of a kind of bronze black. These are gorgeous components. These are the only ones I have. They'll be available in 2 pairs. And then the last thing are these strands of Japanese glass pearls, which I almost never get. They're a glass pearl with a pearl coating, with the pearl dip. They're a Japanese Kiska pearl with, they call it a pearl essence, but it's essentially like when they crush the pearls and then dip them. And so they have a nice weight to them, but more important, the luster is fantastic. It's a beautiful kind of creamy ivory color with just a gorgeous, like I said, gorgeous luster. And so if you're looking for just a simple 6mm pearl that you want them consistent, larger hole, right, you can do a size 6 silk through these because it's glass. These are 16-inch strands. I'm going to keep a lot of them to do my pearl lining kits, but they're going to be less than $5 a strand on sale, and the quality just feels so yummy, right? So heavy and so beautiful. I was looking for something similar, and like I don't want the Chinese ones. They're just gross, the way the coating chips and the holes are messy, and they just don't feel, and look as nice. Boy, I mean, it's hard to tell, I know on camera, but so yummy. So that's this little hodgepodge of a collection I wanted to share today. I'll leave a link below. What you're looking at is all there is, and so they'll kind of, probably go fast. Some things are individual, some things are in pairs and little groups, all differently, but they're all on sale and available now. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, sparkle brightly like the star that you are. Peace.